विदेशबाट ई सेवा मनी ट्रान्सफर मार्फत ई सेवा वालेटमा पैसा पठाउँदा काठमाडौँमा घर जित्ने मौका पाउनुहुन्छ।
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
म फरक छु किनकि म प्लास्टिकको प्रयोग कम गर्छु। अब तपाई पनि भन्ने हैन त फरक?
Back of their mind, the captain himself, Rohit Paudel, must be thinking about the injury of Dipen Singh Airi.
Change in ends for Karen Casey. He'll come in now from the pavilion end. And yeah, you look at the four seamers they have, you can make a case they're all quite different, even though they're all right arm seamers in their style, that is. But all of them, even include Gulshan Jan this, even though he seems to be building his velocity back up, they're all of a similar pace. Cami might be a bit quicker than Casey. Jan might be a bit quicker than Bahara. But they're not the kind of bowlers who'd necessarily scare you as an opposition. It's beautifully driven, as straight as an arrow, right down the ground. Shape for KC, but this is a good time of the day to bat, and Aziz gets a boundary.
Slightly overpitched by Karan Casey. Look at that shot, straight as an arrow, like you said, Lily, towards the side screen. Beautiful shot, beautiful bowler's back drive. Look at the elbow, high elbow, straight bat, showing the manufacturer's sticker. He doesn't have a sticker though.
Well, he might be trying to play his way into the sponsor's mind with strokes like that. Now an attempted pickup shot into the leg side. No contact made, and it floods into the pad. Pitch outside leg, probably going to miss leg two. Leg bye is given. This is a spark art from Malaysia. They are flying in the power play.
Yeah, it's a dream start, clearly pitching outside the leg stump, Karan Casey, and even hitting the thigh pad of the batsman. Rather optimistic appeal by Karan Casey. It's a dream start for Malaysia against Nepal. The stronger side, Nepal, against Malaysia, haven't lost a match, haven't lost a T20 international here against Malaysia, Nepal. That's a very good start by Malaysia.
It's into the pad, and oh, it teases the off stump, it flirts with it. He's ever so close to clipping it. No, look at that. Zubaydi didn't know where it had gone. Catch followed up by a misfield for four, and with four bowled, it's 48 for none.
Real fruitबाट बनेको रियल जुसमा छ रियल न्युट्रिसन, रियल टेस्ट, रियल ह्याप्पिनेस। त्यसैले त रियल जुस रियल हो नि।
20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई। हामी सबैको मनमा।
Ledick fielder. Cami's going to return to replace Mala. And a no ball. I said the trains have come off Nepal's tracks right now. They're well and truly off. A free hit's going to follow this no ball. What is going wrong out there, Paresh?
The idea was right. It was right on the block hole, but overstepped by Sompal Kami. Yes, a very nice, good call by the umpire. That was a no ball. It's a free hit. What can Shahid Aziz do? We'll have to wait and see. We saw a no ball bowled by Bilal Khan on the first match.
Slapped towards mid-on. You can be run out, and he would have been run out. It's the only way you can be dismissed. Off a free hit. I think it's Sandeep Jora, isn't it? It was hit firmly to him. He ran on the power of the shot. I think a direct hit would have been gone.
Yes, it would definitely have been gone. A direct hit was needed there. This is why the Tiger is missed in the field. Dipender Singh Airi, he hits 99 out of 100 times the direct hit.
Well, big moments in the match. Not an easy run-out chance, but a missed run-out nonetheless. They set high standards for themselves in the field, and rightly so. It just felt, though, in that Tri-Series final, Paresh, the first 10 overs they were off. They had two critical drops of Mohammad Wasim that may well have cost them that game. This is a challenge right now. The 50s come up in just 25 deliveries. They're going at 12 and over up until that ball. And Rohit, I think he's just trying to rally the troops. He's not happy with where his team are at right now.
Yes, everyone looks very edgy at the moment, whereas Sandeep Lamichhane looks a bit relaxed there. He knows he's a champion bowler. He knows what conditions all around the world. He has played so many franchise leagues around the world.
Reminder, this is a very good batting wicket. Zubaydi has continued to show us diving effort from Malla. Really good. I think it's going to be 2 runs saved. Gets a loud cheer from that most packed part of the ground. Nepal are going to need small moments like that to drag them back into this contest.
Yeah, that was a very good effort by Kushal Malla. Full stretch dive and saved 2 runs for his team. Brilliant effort by Malla.
Outstanding. Really good from the youngster. Body on the line. No shortage of skill too. A bit of a change up that time. Slower, maybe touch out of the side of the hand, maybe a leg cutter. Going back to this point about the attack, probably going to have to bowl 14, 15, 16 overs of seam. Malaysia, they're going to be licking their lips at that.
Yeah, even though they bowl probably 14, 15, even 16 overs of seam, you have to use variations. You have to use change of pace, not pace on delivery is not the way to go in this pitch. At this time.
No run this time is Avinash Pahara that does the fielding. How do they get a grip on this game? How do they just start to get it under control? Malaysia flying away here in the power play.
No, they should just relax their mind. Don't play the occasion like you always say, Lenny. Play the match. I think they're a bit tentative, the Nepali players. They have to get themselves relaxed. It's the captain's role to relax the players. Just gather up together after the over. Just talk to the players for a quick 1 minute.
Pull shot, no ball from the first delivery. 5 have been bowled, 54 for none. He just rushed on that pull, wasn't he? And Jora was. Paresh, defeat wouldn't be terminal for.
Political, body coverage.
Dimak Lagao, Japanese technology water paint channel.
Like healthy home paints from
Original taste, the original fun, one and only.
Whirlingको फेस्टिभ अफर 3 वा 12 महिनाको इन्टरनेट पेमेन्टमा पाउनुहोस् स्यामसङका विभिन्न प्रडक्टहरूमा रु 15,500 सम्मको whirling लोयल्टी डिस्काउन्ट। आजै अफरको फाइदा लिनुहोस्।
The top of the table if Malaysia go on to beat Singapore in their last game. We're going to get one more look at this drop catch of Rohit Powdell. He did everything right, didn't he? And just at the last moment it popped out. If you haven't played cricket, those running over your shoulder, they're the most difficult to take.
Yeah, those are the most difficult catches to have been taken. He did the right thing, he turned right way, but it just popped up off his palm.
Avinash Pahara, who I think went for 20, from his one over in the power play yesterday has been called upon in the power play again. A surprise to you, Paresh?
Actually, I am surprised because Gulshan Shah bowled very well in the match against Singapore and in the Tri-Series final against UAE, getting rid of Mohammad Wasim, who was terrific from hitting the ball out of the park.
Yeah, that was a beauty, that delivery to Mohammad Wasim, wasn't it? It really was. One of the best balls of the tournament, that Tri-Series, that in theory should have provided a real advantage for Nepal, UAE and Hong Kong, but Hong Kong have shown today that those warm-up games don't count for much. This one is swung away to the protection in the deep, the short ball, just a single. Hong Kong losing to Bahrain in a big Group B surprise, the first surprise of the tournament. Malaysia to beat Nepal, that might even be a bigger surprise though.
Yes, it will be a bigger surprise and a bit of a shock as well to the Nepali spectators and supporters. Pace on delivery is not the way to go at this particular time of the day.
I think Monty Desai, knowing him so well, I think he'll be frustrated with where his team are at. He'll be pleased to see how they react to this test, because it's going to be a test. That's the cutter from Bahara, taking the pace off the ball, well bowled. Who's going to stand up now? Remember, Virendeep Singh to come. He's just got to 2,000 T20I runs, and the captain was very honest, Ahmed Faiz, at the toss. He said a lot of our fate today rests upon how well Virendeep plays.
Yeah, we were always talking about Virendeep Singh, but another pace-off delivery by Avinash Bora. This is the way to go. Mix your variation, mix your pace, use variation. Don't let the batsman control yourself. That is what we were talking about. Virendeep Singh, he should play at number 3. He is the lone run getter for Malaysia. As we speak, Zubaidi and Aziz off to a flying start.
Will they be tempted to get Virendeep Singh up to that number 3 slot that you were advocating for him yesterday? Short ball, too short, the umpires adjudicate. Amir Azim didn't look overly comfortable at 3 yesterday. I had a good chat to Bilal Assad, the former Pakistan player who coaches Malaysia. Does a great job, him and Amy and all of the backroom staff involved with Malaysia cricket. And he thought there was a game that got away from Malaysia against Oman yesterday. They were there for the taking for much of it. Chance, and it's a chance that's taken. That will just quell the nerves. Kushal Malla smiles as he called up Gulshan Shah. The cutter works. The sunglasses weren't on for some reason, but they weren't needed. And that's a bit more like it for Nepal, and a big show of faith from the captain, Rohit Paudel and Avinash Bahara. It's rewarded by one of his trump cards, the first wicket falls.
Yeah, pace-off delivery worked for Nepal in this occasion. Look at Gulshan Malla, no sunglasses on, but takes a simple catch. Gulshan Shah was on the way. He was backing up Gulshan Malla there. Look at him, just backing up. Malaysia, 58 for 1.
Ahmed Faiz is going to be the Malaysian captain in at number 3. 1 delivery left in the power play. And he's going to try and take on a quick single. Knocks down the stumps to a great roar, but all it's going to cost is an overthrow. As Faiz was safely home, so 2 runs for him to get off the mark. Malaysia, 10 and over, 60 for 1.
Yeah, this was a good feeling, but he was already home there. Look at him. I don't think Gulshan Shah could have just throw the ball, ricochet off the stumps, and there's another run.
Real fruit बाट बनेको real juice मा छ real nutrition, real taste.
on the first ball he bowled.
All of our indications thus far, Paresh, it's a very good batting wicket. Got asked by a few of the players, he wouldn't have got to take in much of the action. Did we see much turn in the first innings? The first game of the day, that is. We didn't see much. We saw bits, but it's a new wicket. Remember, we've moved 2 across, so we've come closer over towards the scoreboard side of the ground. And as a consequence, it feels to me like it's as good as a batting surface as we've seen between the Tri-Series and today. Is the best of the lot, Paresh.
Yes, and this time around, this particular time is very good for batting. Sandeep Lamichhane has a bit of stare to the batsman there.
I never quite understood a spinner having a stare. If you're a Michael Holding or you're Brett Lee or Wahab Riaz, you can go down and have that bit of aggression. You're bowling 50 miles an hour, 80 kilometers an hour. Nearly cleans him up. That was a beautiful leg break. It came out much flatter, much quicker, and actually I think it's only the bounce that has deprived Lamichhane of another wicket.
Yeah, look at that. There was a drift and a stint of a turn, almost kissing the middle off stump. Lamichhane, the champion bowler.
He's trying to hit to the shorter side there. That's the longer side of the ground. Lots of real estate to work with out there for Karen KC to protect. Keeps it to a single. She might have actually just missed the off stump on line as well. A little bit of turn and bounce. Oh, he looks in a lovely rhythm after that break, Lamichhane.
Yes, he does. He took two wickets yesterday playing against Singapore. Now looks to be in a very good rhythm after that break that he really needed.
Just lost grip of the ball that time, so dead ball was signalled. Crowd really starting to pile in. I think there's probably more than a few half days being taken, whether it's from school, college or work today. Should have close to a full house pretty soon. As Aziz has looked comfortable at the crease thus far. He wants to here. And Foss turns, direct hit. Oh, would have been close. Gone! And Fives lays sprawled on the crease. Aziz never wanted the second. The throw has come in from Sandeep Jora. It wasn't the direct hit that I thought was needed, but Sheikh whipped the bails off in a flash, and that wicket comes down to Lamichhane's pressure as much as anything else. They pile up 2.
Yes, beautiful fielding by Sandeep Jora. Created that run out. He was very quick to the ball, released it very quickly as well. You can see that nicely played with soft hands. There was 2 for sure, but I don't know why the batsman sent the non-strikers back. Yes, definitely out. Very good decision by the umpire.
Well, outstanding. On first viewing, I didn't think it was out. That shows how difficult the job is. Ghazi Sahel said it was, and Ahmed Faiz, he's sprawled across the turf. He's gone for 3, and it's now 65 for 1.
Dad, so bike nikala tha?
कहाँ जाने Dad?
Bank jana छ एउटा कामले.
Bank? ल फिजिकल होइन, डिजिटलको जमाना हो. यति कामको लागि त ब्याङ्क जानै पर्दैन नि. 20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
Body Tikau, body coverage.
कीमत लगाओ जापानीज टेक्नोलॉजी वाला पेंट चलाओ.
Sony, dimag lagao, Japanese technology wala paint chalao. KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
4 inches, but he is gone.
Yes, he's definitely gone. Very good umpiring by the umpire there. And good fielding and good gather and hitting the stumps by Asif Sheikh, the keeper. There's a word exchange between Virendeep Singh and Sandeep Lamichhane. Everything happening here. The crowd behind the team. 2 wickets down. A good current rate for Malaysia, 9.29. What can we expect more?
We were talking yesterday about a template for associate cricket teams to get up and compete with the best in the world. And what Ryan Cook has done as the head coach of the Netherlands, you have to outfield your opposition. And Nepal 9 times out of 10 will do that. They've had a few wobbles, a missed run out from Jura earlier, the drop catch from Paudel, and a misfield from Kushal Bertel. But that moment of magic from Jura, having taken a spectacular catch yesterday, really shows a lot of value that he brings to the side. And Nepal's fielding, it's usually so good. That's the standard you expect.
Yeah, that is the standard we expect. Everyone expects. Our young Nepali side, average age is around 22, 23. Rohit Paudel, he made that ground. That was a difficult take. Just the ball just popped off his palm.
Yeah, credit to Asif Sheikh, just so swift in his glove work. He held his shape nicely, didn't get put off by the throw, coming in on the bounce. It's Gulshan Jha bowling now to Virendeep Singh, Singh in at 4, 1 place higher than he was yesterday. These two really, for Malaysia, the absolute key to posting a large total and above par total.
Yes, they have to bat now till the 15th over, have a good partnership. Let's say score around 8 to 9 runs per over from now on. They'll definitely reach 180 runs.
Jha has been impressive, and for the moment, cleverly, Aziz and Singh are just happy to maybe have 3 or 4 overs of singles. They won't look for too many boundary options with the power play having ended. Andrew Leonard here with you. Got Paresh Lahani, the former Nepal national team player. Great to have his thoughts. Remember, use that hashtag T20 World Cup. Get involved on social media. We've seen it trending here in Nepal. That's how much the love for cricket is. If you do have any messages, you want to let us know where you're watching from on ICC TV in particular, from around the world. We love hearing from the Nepali diaspora. Get in touch with me, Andrew, at Cricket Badge, Cricket BADGE, Instagram or Twitter, and we'll read some of those messages out where we can. Huge numbers involved. We saw back pages of the paper taken up. The whole country seems invested, Paresh, in this journey for Nepal to try and get back to a World Cup.
Yes, last time Nepal played the T20 World Cup was way back in 2014. If Nepal qualify for the World Cup, it'll be after 10 years Nepal will play the T20 World Cup. That is why each and every corporate sector, government, they are backing up the team. You can see the spectators, the fans coming out here and supporting the Nepal national cricket team.
Aziz wants a second here. He's not going to get it again. Swift fielding down at deep third. Yeah, there's always good corporate, good sponsor support here at Nepal, but it's taken to a new level in recent times. We've seen many local companies support not just the board of Cricket Association of Nepal, but the players directly themselves. A local beer company has set up a project that is giving rewards in terms of rupees for wickets and catches, like this from Kushal Malla, the first wicket. And also the second wicket here, the run out. We might not be able to take in the whole replay. Going to come back live with you now with Gulshan Jha. That was the mix-up. But yeah, real support from businesses as well as the fans. Great to see as we get to the end of the 8th over. The score, it's 70 for 2.
Body tikao, body courage.
Dimak lagao, Japanese technology wara paint chala.
KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
Original taste, the original fun. Whatever we need.
What time it is?
वर्ल्डिङको फेस्टिभ अफर 3 वा 12 महिनाको इन्टरनेट पेमेन्ट गरी रु 3279 को बोट एरो 170 वायरलेस इयरफोन मात्र रु 1679 मा आजै अफरको फाइदा लिनुहोस्।
Get your name shouted out. Great crowd has come in, pushing up towards capacity. Really good to see them playing in the afternoon sunshine. It's a beautiful day again. Lamachani is going to continue from the Chobar end. Beautiful cut away. That's a special stroke from a quality player. Syed Aziz, he's picked the googly, he's gone deep in his crease and he's found the gap.
Yeah, that was a googly, but a bit short and outside the off stump. Look at that. Gave himself room, played it in front of square, beating the sweeper cover. A good boundary by Aziz. He looks a very good batsman.
And he's lovely to watch, isn't he? Aziz, change of angle, going to come round the wicket. And nicely guided. He's unlucky not to beat Bertel there. Could have been another boundary. Real magic up in the crowd, isn't there? There always is. There's something special in the air here in the land of the Himalayas. I've never met people who adore cricket and their nation quite as much as here in Nepal. This one's punched down the ground. Going to be a challenge for long off on to cut it off. He will. But credit to Malaysia. Another direct hit from the deep. They've had the better of the early exchanges.
Yes, a good start for Malaysia. 76 for 2 in the 9th over. The current rate is 8.94. They were going at 12 runs per over in the start in the power play. The 2 wickets has Nepal got back in the game, but they still need wickets to restrict Malaysia to a chaseable target. At the moment, Malaysia well on top.
Hit back down the ground will just be a single to Aziz. Singh will start a little more cautiously. He may end up, if he's still there, being sort of 20 off 22, 20 off 25, but then he can really accelerate towards the death. Is that the way you see this partnership building?
Yeah, I think that is the way Virendeep Singh will go about it. Shahid Aziz, his strike rate is well over 100, whereas Virendeep Singh, he just came in, he has just faced 3 balls. He'll take his time, he'll look for singles. It's a good thing for Malaysia. There's a right-hand, left-hand combination at the crease.
Nice use of the feet. It's a big appeal for Lamachani, but he's far too down the track for that one to be given out. You would simply be guessing there as an umpire, and that's not what your job is to do. Leg bye is given.
Yes, that was coming down the track. That was way ahead. And even it was struck outside the line of off stump. A very optimistic appeal by Lamachani. A single taken and a leg bye taken by Virendeep Singh. This is what Virendeep Singh should do when he starts come. Oh, nicely bowled googly across the left hand after 9. Malaysia off to a good start, 78 for 2.
Beauty. It's the wrong one that goes across Aziz. He's generally been picking it out of the hand, but he might have been just done a little bit there. It's a glorious feeling as a wrist spin bowler to know that the batter doesn't know which way it's going to turn. It gives you a huge advantage, doesn't it?
वर्कआउट सँगै चाहिन्छ डाबर हनी जसले पुरा गर्छ हाम्रो फिटनेस रुटिन
डाबर हनीमा छ एन्टिअक्सिडेन्ट र मिनरल जसले तपाईको फिटनेस रुटिन कम्प्लिट गर्नको साथ तपाईलाई राख्छ सधैँ फिट र यङ
डाबर हनी स्टे फिट फील यङ
विदेशबाट ई सेवा मनी ट्रान्सफर मार्फत ई सेवा वालेटमा पैसा पठाउँदा काठमाडौँमा घर
Afternoon till the evening.
I'm going to call it a late autumn day, Paresh. It's got an autumnal feel to it. But you're right, the temperature does change very quickly. It goes from quite cold in the morning to when the sun comes out beautiful, and then as soon as that sun goes behind the Shobar Hills, temperature drops quickly.
Yes, it does. It's around about 25, 26 degrees Celsius at the moment, and it drops down very quickly after the sun goes down behind those Shobar Hills. Drops down to probably 14, 15 degrees Celsius. That is the difference of temperature.
So a lovely tweet this morning from a great friend of mine, Paul Radley, who's here covering the UAE side, who are in action right now over at the Mulpani ground. He posted a view from that press box that we were at during the Tri-Series up at Mulpani. It's this gorgeous backdrop, isn't it, with the Gokarna Forest Resort there. It's a nice stroke through the offside, going to get 4. Really well played. That's not an easy stroke to hit, just a shuffle down the crease. Aziz is stylish, to say the least, and he's moving through the gears into the 40s.
Played it through the line. Look at this shot again. Look at this classy shot. Open his face to get the gap. Beautifully done by Aziz. This is what Malaysia is all about. Like I said, pace on delivery is not the way to go in this wicket.
That tweet from Paul Radley said, Kathmandu, well, you're just showing off this morning. That's how beautiful it was there in the Mulpani. It's gorgeous here too. I was really struck by the beauty of that. It's what is now the second official ground of the city, the 190th T20I venue it became in that Tri-Series last week. They're the 2 venues for this ICC Men's T20 World Cup qualifier. the Asia final that we're here for, supported by our friends over at Dream 11 as always. And yeah, generally both grounds have played pretty well, but it's proving tricky batting conditions at Mulpani today. Kuwait 47 for 5. Much more so than here at the what would they like to score here? They want that sort of 170 that Oman got to that proved a winning score in the morning game?
Yeah, morning game was a bit tricky. Like Oman, they could have scored 200 if Aqib Ilyas and Azizan Maksud stayed till the end. I think Malaysia, they need at least 180 runs to defend. Otherwise, Nepal, with that batting lineup, you never know. They got past Singapore's 145 easily.
Good tumbling stop. Excellent work by Juara, who's been almost everywhere, hasn't he, in this first innings. Definitely run saved.
Yes, tumbling stop, diving to his right. Sandeep Zora has been very good in the field. He's a very good fielder, a good catcher. We saw that, the catch he took yesterday. Every single individual of Nepal team has been very good on the field. Kushal Malla, Sompal Kami, Kushal Patel, apart from that misfield earlier.
I just wonder, is there something in Nepal's fielding starting a little slowly? We've seen it in a few games now. Almost seem to get better the longer they're out there, which is quite to the contrary of expectations. Again, sharp work, this time by Kushal Patel. Gets us to the halfway stage of the first innings. 85 for 2.
Real fruitबाट बनेको real juiceमा छ real nutrition, real taste, real happiness. त्यसैले त real juice real हो नि.
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वाशले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस. त्यसैले पम्प रब संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड.
20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
UAE right now, the top two advance to the semi-finals. The winners of Group A play the runners-up in Group B, and the winners of Group B play the runners-up of Group A. The first of those semi-finals will be here at the TU, the second will be at the Mulpani. So for Nepal to guarantee a semi-final here at their spiritual home, as I always refer to it as, they're going to need to win probably all 3 games. There is a way to finish top with just 2 wins, but they'd have to beat Oman on Thursday. And a lot is going to rest on this man's shoulders, Sandeep Lamachani, who's going to bowl a 3rd consecutive. Do you feel they're light a spinner? I know I've asked you a few times, Paresh.
Yes, probably because pace on delivery is not the way to go in this track. You need spinners.
Hits the pad, gone! Oh yes! The most brilliant piece of bowling from Sandeep Lamachani, supreme. He hasn't picked it out of the hand. Virendeep Singh's got stuck in the crease, and for me, it looked like it was going to go on and hit leg stump. Picture perfect wrist spin bowling from Lamachani. The master strikes.
Sandeep Lamachani doesn't even appeal. Look at him. After it struck the pad, he just goes on celebrating. Look at him. He doesn't appeal. He knows that. What a perfect leg googly to the right-hander. Virendeep Singh didn't pick that away. He would have crashed into middle leg. And he has to depart for 4.
Original taste, the original fun, one and only.
विदेशबाट ई सेवा मनी ट्रान्सफर मार्फत ई सेवा वालेटमा पैसा पठाउँदा काठमाडौँमा घर जित्ने मौका पाउनुहुन्छ.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला. यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह.
म फरक छु किनकि म प्लास्टिकको प्रयोग कम गर्छु. अब तपाई पनि भन्ने हैन त फरक.
There's a reason Lamachani's been in such demand all around the franchise league world. Look at this. It's pitched probably a hair outside off stump. It's cut him back in half. To be honest, Virendeep Singh knew, didn't he? As did Lamachani. Just a cursory look over the shoulder to enjoy the finger being raised. A good decision. And another googly. Oh, inside edge this time. It's going to race away to the rope. Be a boundary. But that was something very special from Sandeep Lamichhane.
Yeah, that was very special from Sandeep Lamichhane, and you can see this outfit is lightning quick. Look at this. Just a touch, and the ball races down to the boundary. This shows how quick this outfit is, like lightning. Sandeep Lamichhane has taken a wicket of Virendeep Singh, a big wicket. That's very well bowled by Lamichhane. Wicket 4 and a dot ball in this over. Malaysia 89 for 3. A big fish been taken by Sandeep Lamichhane. Virendeep Singh.
He loves getting the big wickets, doesn't he? And he sent him back. Inside edge. It looks like Money Andy's just going to try and survive Lamichhane here. And a word or maybe a couple of words from Sandeep now. He's gone all the way down the wicket. Long walk back to your mark always as a bowler. That's the one you have to do. That was the cue down the leg side. I think a flick of the pad probably. Lamichhane animated as always.
Yeah, Lamichhane bowling those googly side. There was an appeal, but the umpiring has been very good.
Yeah, I think you would not blame Malaysia one bit for just trying to see off the one remaining over of Lamichhane after this one. Gets us to the end of the 13th. The score is 90 for 3.
Body Tikau, body coverage.
Dimak lagao, Japanese technology wara paint chalao.
KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
The original taste, the original fun, one and only.
वर्लिङको फेस्टिभ अफरमा दुबई घुमौ रमेर अब वर्लिङबाट 24 भाग्यशाली जोडीले जित्न सक्नुहुनेछ दुबई घुम्ने मौका आजै अफरको फाइदा लिनुहोस् छिटो भनेकै वर्लिङ
Such a swing, can't they, on momentum? Well, I might have to ask Rohit Powdell in the post-match presentation if I told you so or not, because he's turning to his own off-breaks now. I wonder that he left himself a spinner short. But surely, even though he's a very capable and competent off-spinner, surely this is an indication that they might have got their team selection a little wrong. The spinners are proving much harder to get away.
Yeah, we could see that from the first game when Nepal played against Singapore. The medium paces were hit all around the park. And even the second game Oman plays against Malaysia, and today as well, the medium paces were hit around the park as well. That's very well bowled by Rohit Powdell.
One of the reasons I like this move, though, for Powdell to bring himself on is the presence of Aziz. I think he's a good bowler, Rohit Powdell. He's often underused. He'll probably just look to get through one or two. Every dot ball is being roared like it's a wicket right now. Do you see him bowling more than just maybe one or two overs?
Yes, I think so, because he's a very clever bowler. He's a very clever captain as well, a good batsman. He knows what's going around. He knows where to bowl. He reads the batsman very well, Rohit Powdell.
So we do have three spinners. We've got Kushal Mehta, we've got Rohit Powdell, but didn't a sign of a captain who's willing to adjust and react to the situation. Okay, they might have got their team selection wrong. They might analyse post-match and think they did pick a spinner or two less. But they're finding a way to get through this innings and now restrict Malaysia. 3 singles from the over, it's an excellent one. 12 have been bowled, 93 for 3.
Dabur Red Bayfresh Gel is in town. Bisnuhola Beauty Carpet, Carpet Ko Shahansa.
I think this is a good move. He's taken a wicket already, bowling 1 over, giving away only 6 runs when the openers Aziz and the other batsmen were going guns blazing, scoring runs at will against Sompal Kami and Karan Casey.
I'm just going to hold an over back of Lamachane. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Do you just keep him going? He was bowling so nicely. Or are they just trying to get maybe an over in of Bahara here and they'll go back to Lamachane immediately?
Yeah, that might have been the case, but there's a left-hander on the strike. I think that is why Lamichhane has been stopped and Bora has been introduced into the attack from the Chobar end. And this might be a very good change by the captain Rohit Paudel, bringing in the Yorker specialist.
And Aziz has just found a bit of a lull, isn't he, in his innings. Not able to get anything going against the off-spin of Paudel. Is he going to try and take on Bahara? It's not really the end to do it for him. Massive leg side boundary.
Yeah, Rohit Paudel bowled a very good over, only giving away 3 runs. Kept Aziz very quiet at the crease. Now Avinash Bora, if he can take a wicket off Aziz, Nepal will be right back on the game.
It almost turns into a social occasion, doesn't it? These Nepal home matches now. It's the place to be seen.
Yes, definitely, Lenny. Every people around Nepal who loves cricket, they come here at the TU International Cricket Ground to watch the heroes play.
Only one show in town when the national cricket team are playing. So 60, 80 gathered media, 20 photojournalists. This one's whipped into the leg side and guided really nicely to the rope by Money Andy, who's got through a difficult period to start and now profiting Malaysia, the 100 up in the 13th over. Excellent batting.
Yes, it's excellent batting by both these batsmen. Started off nicely flicked away. There's a short fine, no deep fine leg. That is why the ball raced towards the final boundary for 4. You can see that the ball was darting in to the right hander. Avinash Bora tried to bowl a Yorker there, missed by 3 or 4 inches.
Short ball, left alone, going to be a wide. Yeah, I just wonder, when the pace off the ball is proving so difficult, why did they go back to pace when they didn't need to yet? Lamachhane could have bowled this one, Paudel could have kept going, then you could have maybe darted an over of Mala in before your final 4 overs could have been bowled by the quicks.
Yes, that could have been the case, but I think Rohit Paudel wanted a wicket now of Aziz. That is why Bora has been brought back. Yeah, cricket is a very funny game. You never know what's happening.
It's always easy up here in the commentary box, much more difficult down there in the field. I suspect, I know a few have speculated that maybe they're still just allowing Lalit Rajbanshi to come back gradually, but if he's played 2 games in the tri-series, you would have thought today was a good chance for him to play. And then Pratish GC on as a subfielder. Sure who that's for, we'll try and find out. I suspect we'll see Rajbanshi come back in for the game against Oman.
दिन्छ 12 घण्टा साफ पाउनुहोस् अझ बढी ताजा र सधैँ नजिक रहने कन्फिडेन्स मेचीदेखि महाकालीसम्म वाइ वाइ छ हामी सबैको मनमा.
Amir Azim's capable. May see Ainul Hafiz a little bit higher. Back live with you now. Paudel is pounded away for 6. What a stroke that is. It's going to be 50 for Syed Aziz too. An outstanding innings from the left-hander. We identified him at the top as one to watch. And that's a great stroke for 6 to bring up his 50. 5 4s, 2 6s.
Yeah, that was hit very well. The ball was on the leg stump. and almost going to the match officials area there. A good hit, a clean strike by Shahid Aziz to bring up his 50.
Going to be back-to-back boundaries. Powell, having been so tight and effective in his first over, has now been picked up in terms of the pace that he's bowling by Aziz. It's a shorter leg side boundary for the left-hander. 6-4, 10 from 2 balls.
This delivery was not good. It was short on the leg stump. That is why it was pulled away to the vacant area on the leg side in front of square.
Now down the ground. This is an exhibition from Aziz. He goes 6, he goes 4, he goes 4 more. Pressure on Nepal's captain, pressure on the home side. We've got a real game in our hands here at the TU.
This is good batting by Shahid Aziz. Look at this again. Hit it straight towards the side screen. A very good hit. The long off fielder is a bit wide. No chance for him, Sompal Kami. Good batting.
And it's Sandeep Lamachane that runs 20-25 yards over from his short fine leg position just to have a few words with his skipper. Can Powell get out of this over? We thought it might just be 1 or 2 that he would bowl. Body language is deflated. Very rare you see that from Powell, such a positive, enthusiastic captain. I think he's just a bit disappointed in himself.
Oh, actually, he tried to bowl a bit quicker. The last 3 balls that he was hit for 6, 4 and 4. He tried to bowl a bit quicker. It was a bit shorter. That is why he was punished. This is much better by Rohit Podel. Chance of a run out. Misses it, Rohit Podel. How could he miss that?
No, what drama. The audience, well, they played their part too, didn't they? It was almost a pantomime. What was Aziz doing? He almost could have run it in. He thought he was going to run it in. Well, he's only a stump and a half to aim at. If he'd hit, the stumps would have been sent to downtown Kathmandu, maybe to Timbuktu. And he's got a smile on his face now, even the umpire's laughing. A moment of real drama. And it could have been a massive wicket, but instead it's going to be a wicket caught and bowled this time. It's not the man he wanted Aziz, but he will get money, Andy, to strike back. Powell says that's out.
Look at this wicket again. A simple catch to Rohit Podel. He anticipated the ball would go to his right. That is why after releasing the ball, he went to his right. A very good anticipation by the captain, Rohit Podel. Muniandi has to depart.
Our red Bayfresh gel is in town.
Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh, Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh, Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh.
Our red Bayfresh gel. Be ready with 12 hours deep freshness.
Be ready with Bayfresh. दादा बाहिर भाइरस छ
नडर मात्र पम्प रब छु गर्दियो भाइरसलाई
पम्प रब छु
हो लाइफ बोय ह्यान्ड वाशले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले पम्प रब छु संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
Gulshan Jazz going to return. Well, we've seen some marvellous, typical, classic drama, associate cricket drama, Nepali cricket drama, the best there is. This game is hanging right in the balance too. Malaysia have a brilliant platform to work with. Gulshan Jazz going to come in attack. And young Amir Azim will be at the non-strikers end side. The reason I was talking about drama, Paresh, yesterday we said maybe the cardiac kids need a new nickname. I don't think they do. What was this extraordinary?
Yes, he had so much time to aim the stumps. He could only see 1.5 stumps there. He missed it, and look at all smiles around. Even the umpire was smiling there.
I think he thought he should do the Jonty Rhodes. Sprint in and dive at the stumps. But then Aziz just got ahead of steam up, so he said, I have to throw it. and he put in a full force throw. Every chance he would have had a broken stump, such was the force he threw it with, but he just couldn't connect. They're going to take on the throw for the second, and good running from Amir Azim will get him home. It's a larger side of the ground again. Cardiac Kids, well, they're back with a vengeance today, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and the pitch looks very good for batting. Even if Malaysia get close to 170, I think Nepal will chase that down. Looking at the batting lineup and looking at Kushal Bhurtel's form, back-to-back 50s in T20Is.
Beautiful pickup shots, and even though it's the long side of the ground, it's going to go in between the two fielders and fly away for another boundary. Aziz, I think he's hunting down 100 here. He's playing beautifully.
Pace on, you'll get hit. That is, we've seen from the first ball of this innings, of this match. That is why you need variation. You need your stock balls, you need your slower balls, off cutters, leg cutters. Avinash Bora bowled that very well in this particular innings. Six runs of 3 balls in this over, the 15th.
Picks it up. Man out there, takes the catch. Oh, how Nepal needed that, and the fans, well, they're dancing, they're sprinting, they're jubilant in the crowd. Just as Aziz was maybe starting to think of 3 figures, he's holed out. He took on the bigger boundary. Patel held the catch, and Jazz strikes.
This was very cleverly bowled by Gulshan Jah. It was a leg cutter bowled by Gulshan Jah into the wicket. That is why got the top edge, and it was a simple catch to Kushal Bhurtel. He made amends of the misfield that he did earlier, taking a simple catch. Aziz gone for 68. Malaysia 124 for 5.
ड्याड, यो फिजिकल होइन, डिजिटलको जमाना हो। यति कामको लागि त ब्याङ्क जानै पर्दैन नि।
20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई। हामी सबैको मनमा यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Another feast, the new man to the crease. One of the changes to the team today. It's really been such an engaging and enthralling clash. 8.5 per over, Malaysia are going, but critically, thanks to this wicket, Malaysia now have 2 men at the crease on 0 for Nepal. That's just what they wanted.
Yes, 2 new men at the crease, yet to open their account. This is the time when Nepal has to capitalize with good overs, dot balls, and even a wicket or 2. A very smart catch, a simple catch for Kushal Bhurtel's standards.
Slight misfield from Asif Sheikh, but it's not going to cost any runs, and it'll get us to the end of the 15th. 126 for 5. 125 for 5, correction. Paresh.
वर्कआउट सँगै चाहिन्छ डाबर हनी, जसले पुरा गर्छ हाम्रो फिटनेस रुटिन।
डाबर हनीमा छ एन्टिअक्सिडेन्ट र मिनरल, जसले तपाईको फिटनेस रुटिन कम्प्लिट गर्नको साथै तपाईलाई राख्छ सधैँ फिट र यङ।
डाबर हनी, स्टे फिट, फील यङ।
विदेशबाट ई सेवा मनी ट्रान्सफर मार्फत ई सेवा वालेटमा पैसा पठाउँदा काठमाडौँमा घर जित्ने मौका पाउनुहुन्छ।
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Lamachane's 4th now. You know, maybe a 6th, 7th wicket from his final over, but it looks like Karen KC is marking out his run-up. He's been expensive to 2 overs and 20. It's been a somewhat reactive innings of captaincy from Ropaudel, understandably, because Malaysia have been that good. But with 2 men both on 0 at the crease, there's a chance for Nepal to try and close out this first innings and make the final 5 overs theirs. Give it take on the throw. Bertel can't effect the direct hit. Gets home safely. Azim off the mark.
Yes, again, short and wide off the off stump. Tried to cut that away. Went straight to Kushan Burtel. It was a very good run by the batsman. It was straight to Burtel. If there was a direct hit, I think he would have made it easily. A good running between the wickets. Now, in terms of Malaysia's point of view, they need to settle down, take singles and doubles. Don't look for a big shot. If the ball is there to hit, just hit that out of the park. Apart from that, just look for singles and doubles.
Guided away off what looked like it was an under edge from Ainul Hafiz. He gets off the mark as well. What would Nepal be comfortable chasing from here? They want to try and restrict Malaysia under 165.
No, if they can restrict Malaysia under 150. There'll be idle run chase. But if Malaysia get 160, I don't think that'll be a problem for Nepal because the pitch is playing very well. The batsmen are form. Again, cutting that away straight to Gulshan Shah.
Thought about the second, but just decided against it. And maybe Lamachani will bowl the next, and that could be a chance to, again, get through some more. Monty Desai in his usual water carrier role. Very humble head coach. There's not many who like lapping in. I think it's to get his steps up as much as anything. Keep active. This one's hit away. Powell will do the fielding. Should be a couple.
Yes, this was again bowled short and wide by Karan Casey. There's another overthrow, almost hit the wicket, and that's out. What a funny way to get out.
Well, dear oh dear, there was always two there. There was never an overthrow, and Asif Sheikh couldn't believe his luck. All he had to do was whip the bails off. It was chipped over Powell at mid-off. And maybe just that crowd, the occasion, all getting the better of Malaysia here. Okay, the throw came in and it didn't go straight to the player backing up who fumbled it, but it did go to Gulshan Shah, who was so swiftly thinking, that's outstanding work from Shah. He didn't switch off for a moment, and that wicket belongs to him. Brilliant from the youngster. Sees the back of Ainul Hafiz, who will be run out for 3 because he scored 2 runs. It's 130 for 6.
बाट बनेको रियल जुसमा छ रियल न्युट्रिसन, रियल टेस्ट, रियल ह्याप्पिनेस। त्यसैले त रियल जुस रियल हो नि।
Dabur Red Bay Fresh Gel is in town.
Bay Fresh, be ready with Bay Fresh. Be ready with Bay Fresh. Bay Fresh, be ready with Bay Fresh. Be ready with Bay Fresh. Bay Fresh, be ready with Bay Fresh.
Dabur Red Bay Fresh Gel. Be bay ready with 12 hours deep freshness.
Be ready with Bay Fresh.
3. That 119 for 3 has somehow become 130 for 6. And it's been some pretty suicidal stuff, Paresh, self-harming stuff from Malaysia.
Yes, it has been. Malaysia just falling apart here after having a very good start, a flying start, a dream start against Nepal.
Could be another run out. Surely, no, says the umpire. Outstanding at backward point. Kushal Bertel says he wasn't in, was he? We're going to go upstairs. It's Jura again. He's been everywhere. This could have been another run out. Dead-eyed with the throw. The off stump it was that was thrown down.
Malaysian batsmen being suicidal here. Just running for everything.
Well, the crowd has a huge role to play here. Don't know if we have the replay of this run out. It looked awfully close. Try to bring it to you after this ball. Karan KC gets ready to bowl his final delivery. Nicely picked into the leg side, picked away for 4. Amir Azim will keep fighting. What a topsy-turvy over. 1 wicket, could have been 2. And at the end of the 16th, it's 135 for 6.
Real फ्रुटबाट बनेको रियल जुसमा रियल न्युट्रिसन, रियल टेस्ट र रियल ह्याप्पिनेस। त्यसैले त रियल जुस रियल हो नि।
साधारण टुथपेस्ट युज गर्नुभयो भने टाढै रहनुहुनेछ। रोज्नुहोस् क्लोजअप। यसको एन्टी जर्म माउथवाश फर्मुलाले दिन्छ 12 घण्टा 3 गुणा ताजा सास। पाउनुहोस् अझ बढी ताजापन र सधैँ नजिक रहने कन्फिडेन्स।
20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
Umpire Rashid Riaz from Pakistan. Two incredibly marginal decisions, and they got them both right. So I take my hat off to you both, gents. Deserve every bit of praise you'll get. Two outstanding umpiring calls, both by the barest of margins. Lamachane now to return, and Paresh, every wrist spinner licks their lips, bowling to the lower middle order. Can he find another wicket or two?
Yes, Sandeep Lamachani has been the pick of the bowlers for Nepal. Just touch under 6 runs per over his economy rate. He's bowled well. The googly that he bowled to Virandeep Singh to get rid of him, LBW plumb in front. That was a magical delivery by him. A left-hander on strike. He'll probably bowl a googly here. Slips has been taken.
It was the googly out of the back of the hand, but Amir Azim expected it, gets it down the ground for one. It's been a chaotic, it's been a crazy innings. All sorts been going on, but Malaysia, if they can just find something, particularly in the 3 overs that follow Lamachane's, maybe they can get up to defendable total. They've plenty of spin options themselves. As this one squirts off an inside edge for one.
Yes, Lamachani has been the pick of the bowlers for Nepal. And if Malaysia can get around 160 to 170, they will be rather comfortable. They'll be happy. But the way they got a start, the brilliant start, the blinder, 12 runs per over. Getting the outside edge into the gap. Oh, lucky.
Bahara, the fielder. Vijay Uni, the man who's with Azim. Malaysia are trying to find something in late order momentum. Nothing really coming out of the middle at the moment. Now it's the switch hit. Brilliantly played, but expertly fielded by Karen Casey, who read that so well. He saw the shot was coming, so he started sprinting backwards. And Uni's robbed of a boundary. 3-run save by Karen Casey.
That was brilliant by Karan Casey. Look at him, dive in front of him. Look at the commitment of the fast bowler, a big fast bowler, muscular fast bowler. That shows the commitment of the fielder.
Beautiful googly. Mix up again. Run out chance again. Not out this time. Throw right over the top. Again, it's Sandeep Jora. He's been everywhere. A live wire in the field, taking up the Tiger, Dipender Singh Ari's role, who's absent with that injury. Gets us to the end of the 17th. I think it's another correct decision, as Azim definitely got home safely. The score, 140 for 6.
Body Tikau, body coverage.
Dimak Lagao, Japanese technology Wara, Paint Chalao.
KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
The original taste, the original fun, one and only.
Whirlingको फेस्टिभल अफर 24 जोडीले पाउनुहोस् दुबई घुम्ने मौका। स्यामसङ प्रोडक्ट्सहरूमा रु 15,500 सम्मको whirlink लोयल्टी डिस्काउन्ट साथै बोटको वायरलेस एयरफोन मात्र रु 1699 मा।
Bahara to bowl the 18th. Another one that's been fumbled by Asif Sheikh. Very difficult with those cutters, isn't it, for the keeper to try and collect it on the sort of half volley, the second bounce.
This is good bowling by Avinash Bohra, bowling back end of the innings. Bowled him. Avinash Bohra getting the inside edge. Azim has to depart rate. That was clinical from Bohra.
Well, it's Another T20I wicket for Avinash Bahara. It's real risk or reward stuff bowling at the death in this format. And he tends to hold his nerve more often than not. Yeah, a little inside edge from Amir Azim. Not altogether too dissimilar, a cross-batted stroke to the one he got out with yesterday. The 22-year-old has been cleaned up, chopped on. Another one heads back to the hutch for Malaysia. 1-4-1 for 7.
जाऊ बाइक निकाल त
कहाँ जाने ड्याड
ब्याङ्क जानु छ एउटा कामले
ब्याङ्क किन आउनु यो फिजिकल होइन डिजिटलको जमाना हो यति कामको लागि त ब्याङ्क जानै पर्दैन नि
20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Body Tikau, body coverage.
दिमाग लगाओ जापानीज टेक्नोलॉजी वाला पेन चलाओ
दिमाग लगाओ Japanese technology wala paint chalao. KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
Crease, he's there but the dismissal. Bahara back to his best at the death.
Yes, we haven't seen those Yorkers, those lethal Yorkers that he bowls at the death overs, but you can see the variation that he bowls. The off-cutters, the leg cutters as well, the slower bouncers. He's been effective with those. I'll not be surprised if he bowls a Yorker here. Shot ball.
Yeah, it's an important one to have in the armoury as someone who's known as a Yorker specialist, because obviously all of the batters will be setting up to expect that Yorker. So when the bouncer comes in, even if it's a slower ball bouncer, he's not express pace bar, he doesn't need to be. It can come as a surprise delivery then, and rather than being set ready on the back foot to pull or hook it away for 6, you instead just get a little bit surprised by it, and then add into the fact that he bowls that slower ball bouncer that kind of cuts off the wicket. It's hard to get your timing as a batsman. Another cutter. Pace coming off. I think that's the way to go on this pitch. And somehow Nepal are dragging this innings back. They're maybe coming back towards parity, if not in the ascendancy now.
Yes, very good fight back by Nepal after a blind start by Malaysia. Hit it straight.
Then only 3 runs coming from it. Malaysia stuttering. 1-4-3 for 7.
रियल फ्रुटबाट बनेको रियल जुसमा छ रियल न्युट्रिसन रियल टेस्ट र रियल ह्याप्पिनेस त्यसैले त रियल जुस रियल हो नि
विदेशबाट ई सेवा मनी ट्रान्सफर मार्फत ई सेवा वालेटमा पैसा पठाउँदा काठमाडौँमा घर जित्ने मौका पाउनुहुन्छ
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह
म फरक छु किनकि म प्लास्टिकको प्रयोग कम गर्छु अब तपाई पनि भन्ने हैन त फरक
I think they just lost their way after having that blinder of a start, 143 for 7 in 18 overs. You think, Lenny, they lost their way?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think to a certain extent they're also the architects of their own downfall. I'm not saying Nepal haven't bowled well in phases, particularly in the latter half of the innings. Half an appeal, but look at all these run-outs and run-out opportunities that have been created. I think a little bit of panic has set in, potentially from a position that they've not been used to here at this ground. They've generally had some quite heavy defeats playing at the TU. And I have to give all the credit, so much of it, to the 12th player of Nepal, the fans. They could almost sense that Nepal were in trouble. And as a consequence, even dot balls at one stage are being given raucous cheers. Malaysia, they've seen the big red button. They've panicked. And even with moments like that, a boundary, they've come through fortune. They will get 4. They still have a chance, though, to take in the momentum, get up to 165 and put it up to Nepal.
Yes, this is the outside edge. The keeper had no chance. The ball flying off the edge down to the third man for a boundary. A much-needed boundary for Malaysia after they lost their way, courtesy of a run-out, a good bowling in phases by Nepal. Good feeling as well.
Slapped out towards that very wide third man who's posted out in the rope. There's also then that kind of fly slip position right in the edge of the 3-yard circle where Avinash Bahar is coming ever finer. They expect that's where some of the balls could go from the lower order Malaysia. KC, where's he looking to bowl here? Is he trying to hit the wide block hole? He's just missing it?
No, actually, I don't think he's trying that. He's trying to bowl short ball outside the off stump. Why don't he use a... Oh, that was hit way outside into the crowd by Idris. A maximum.
Paresh, I don't understand the plan. That's a length delivery in the slot. Sarizal Idris is just pongoed it out of the ground, rightly so. I was just asking you what the plan was and we couldn't work it out. Just where any lower order hitter would love it. Nice hitting length up into the most packed part of this beautiful kick ground. And a bit of late momentum. The 150s come up. Good for Malaysia. Better. There's a plan this time. He goes to the Yorker. Leg by will be scampered.
Yeah, I think Karan Casey had no plan before this ball. That is why he bowled the length ball. That was hit for a 6. Either he should have gone for the slower bouncers, the cutters, or the Yorkers. It was just a length ball. Pace on delivery. Like I said, pace on delivery is not the way to go in this track.
Hit into the offside. Single. Could be a second, but they won't take on the throw. There's been so many run-out opportunities. Gets us to the end of the 19th. Just 1 over remains. 156 for 7.
Dabur Red Bayfresh Gel is in town.
Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh, be ready with
Dabur Red Bayfresh Gel. Be bay ready with 12 hours deep freshness.
be ready with Bayfresh.
साधारण टुथपेस्ट युज गर्नुभयो भने टाढै रहनुहुनेछ रोज्नुहोस् क्लोजअप यसको एन्टी जर्म माउथवाश फर्मुलाले दिन्छ 12 घण्टा 3 गुणा ताजा सास पाउनुहोस् अझ बढी ताजापन र सधैँ नजिक रहने कन्फिडेन्स
वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Well, 90 minutes into the innings, we just wondered would there be a fine for Nepal being forced to bring a fifth fielder inside the circle. Doesn't appear as though it's the case. It was yesterday. They were very slow through their overs yesterday, which is rare for Nepal. But stripped of Dipender Singh Airi and operating with the 4 seamers, it happened yesterday but not today. 1 over left, Malaysia, 156 for 7. Avinash Bahar to bowl the final over. This is hit down towards long on where Kushal Bertel does the fielding. Just be a single. Can Malaysia somehow get to 170? That would be a real challenge for Nepal to try and chase.
Yeah, if they reach 160, 165, that will be a challenge for Nepal because they haven't chased more than 150 recently. They've batted first. They have only chased one around 145.
This goes a long way up. It will take some catching. Bertel calls the fielders off. And he's held on. Oh, that's excellent. That was not easy at all for Kushal Bertel. And the thing that has made that catch is the ground he made. As soon as it went into the air, even though he lost his footing at the end, he's done enough to hold on. And Bahar has got another.
Yes, the ball was way up in the air for a long, long time. Kushal Bertel coming under it, just slips there, but nicely taken. He kept the eyes on the ball. That is why he was able to take the catch. A very smart catch, a brilliant catch, I must say. He slipped right at the end, but takes it very comfortably. Vijay Unni Idris has to depart for 7. Malaysia, 157 for 8.
Original fun, one and only.
विदेशबाट ई सेवा मनी ट्रान्सफर मार्फत ई सेवा वालेटमा पैसा पठाउँदा काठमाडौँमा घर जित्ने मौका पाउनुहुन्छ।
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यति हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट क्रिकेटको शहनशाह
म फरक छु किनकि म प्लास्टिकको प्रयोग कम गर्छु अब तपाईँ पनि भन्ने होइन त फरक
It's commitment from Bertel. He made 25 yards, maybe 30 yards, called off the deep mid-wicket fielder immediately. And then, despite the slip, despite losing his feet, managed to hold on to the catch. Outstanding effort in the deep at long on. Little moments like that, they can matter. If Bahara could close out these 4 balls without a boundary, Nepal will be chasing less than 165. And given where this innings has been at throughout large portions of it, they'll be pretty pleased with that. Big appeal from Bahara. Wait for the signal. Was there 2 noises? No, given his leg buys.
Yeah, it was clearly hit him, struck him outside the line of off stump. That is not out. Very optimistic appeal by Avinash Bora. Leg by taken by these batsmen. A good delivery by Avinash Bora, a Yorker length. This is where he's very good at the back end of the innings. He bowls that Yorkers, that slower bounce as well, the off-cutters.
Picked up into the leg side, but with no real timing. They're going to think of a second, but Vijay Uni says, I'm not going to get back there, Fitri Shams, so happy with just the single. This innings promised so much for Malaysia. I do give credit to Nepal's fielders in particular. Some of their bowling efforts have been good too, but particularly Lamachane's. But Malaysia, they've just imploded a bit this innings. 180 plus was there for the taking.
Yes, it was the way they started off, 12 runs per over in the power play.
Big hit, and that's more like it. That'll give them some momentum coming in. He's picked that short ball up beautifully for a number 10 batter, and Fitri Sham gets it over the rope for a maximum. Malaysia keep fighting.
Yeah, 165 on the cards now. This was a slower off-cutter that Avinash Bora bowled. Picked it nicely by Fitri Sham. Down to square leg for a huge 6. Nicely picked up shot.
A really impressive stroke of some quality too. Bahara's just got 1 ball left. It's always risk or reward. It's always hero or villain at the death. 6s and wickets aplenty. And it's a wicket to strike back, and Bahara roars, as do the crowd. One of the stumps knocked out of the ground. It was full. It was fearsome. And Bahara's got 4 for. And it's just dragged Malaysia back with 165 for 9.
Yeah, that was a brilliant delivery by Bora. A perfect Yorker to get the stumps out of the ground. Malaysia finishing up at 165 for 9 in 20 overs. It will be a challenge for Nepal to reach that target because it's not going to be easy. Malaysia have the spinners to bowl. They don't have the medium paces. You know, pace on delivery is not the trick. Pace off will be the trick for them. It'll be a good run chase. A good match to watch.
Yeah, really good fight back. It was the leg stump that was castled out. Cham had walked across the stumps trying to access that shorter side, but it was right in the block hole and right on the money from Avinash Bahara. So it's been a really entertaining first innings. Let's look at some of the best of the batting highlights. As Malaysia, well, they made merry early in particular.
It all started with the openers, Aziz and Zubairi. They were 61 for 1 in 6 overs. A good start for the innings. A flying start. After that, they just fell apart. You can see the force hit by all the batsmen. The pick of the batsman was Shahid Aziz of 68 of 49 with 8 4s and 2 6s, whereas Zubaidi 24 of 16 with 3 4s. Apart from that, none of the batsmen scored 20 runs, even 15 runs. It was Shahid Aziz who smashed the bowlers all around the park. And you can see that Shahid Aziz batting that Rohit Paudel over went for a plenty. This is what Shahid Aziz was all about. And then came in Munyandi and Vijay Unni as well.